Alright, a little update on my Dillon powder measure, and I had some really good comments, and I really appreciate all the help. I really do. Thorzak's and James Pollard, they said that they've had these machines, and that if I just turn the the fail-safe rod around the other way, it would work. And I mean, I don't know if they've made changes to them over the year. I have no idea. This is my first experience with this machine, and it's really driven me insane, because it literally seems like every time I get something, it never works out, and I have no idea what to do with it. But I mean, I think I finally got it working fine now. But I just want to show the illustration of the picture here. It's clear as day that the fail-safe rod goes in through the slotted side, and out through the smaller hole side like that. And I mean, every picture they have in here, that's the way that it's shown. Even in, that's the get ready to reload manual that comes with it, and this is actually more detailed than the actual manual that they send. But even in the manual, it shows the fail-safe bar going in through the slotted side, out through the top. And then you can see right there, that's what according to the manual, according to the pictures, according to the Dillon representative, that is the way it's supposed to operate. And that's the way I had it set up. Even this is the actual instructions for the powder measure. So I got 3 sets of instructions for the powder measure, and they all showed the same thing. And moving over here, I was hoping that they would just send me a new bar and call it a day, but that's not what happened. Basically the guy just said bend it, and then it needs to go straight down, which that's what I have now, and I've bent this enough to where it works. And honestly, I don't even know if I tried it the other way before, but when I try it the other way, it binds up. It does basically the same thing. I mean, you can see, let me try to zoom out a little bit. Can you see how it's hanging right there? Crap. Can you see how it's hanging right there? It's not hanging straight in line. Like it's curving back this way. And I don't know if that's where I bent it or what, but you see right here what happens. And this is so hard to show on camera. It's ridiculous, and I'm sorry. But right here, whenever I bend this way, you see how it pulls that down right there? And that's how it was when I had it the other way, and that causes like binding. As you can see, it's like torquing the whole powder measure. I don't know if you can even see it, but this assembly right here, it's torquing it out. Whereas when I did it the other way, instead of torquing it out, it was torquing it in, and it was causing it to mess up. But even when I do it this way, I mean, it works okay, but it still doesn't seem like it's that it doesn't come. I don't know how to explain it, but I mean, it does work, but you can see the bar is not straight. It's not even close to being straight. So I don't know what the magic answer is. I mean, it does seem to work this way, although, like I said, the bar, I mean, I don't know if you can see that right there, but you see how that's pulling against that, and it's causing this whole thing to torque to one side. So, and did you see the let off on that when I let it off? I mean, it's crazy. Like when I pull that out, So I've already taken it out, and I've already bent the crap out of it to bend it back to a 90-degree angle. And when I put it in here the way they recommend, now it falls down perfectly, and it's a little bit of slack. I'm not torquing one way or another, you know, it goes in there. Let me dump this charge out. And put this case back in here. But now you can see where I've bent that rod, and I've got it going in this way. I mean, everything seems to be working, you know. So like I said, you know, and when I pull down, I mean, it goes all the way back in this slot, you know. It goes all the way to the back, the very back edge of that slot back there, whereas when I put it in the other way, it didn't. So, you know, I don't know what the deal is with these powder measures. I don't know if they just take a little tweaking. I don't know if they've made changes to them over the years, if they're different from different machines. I honestly have no idea. This is my first experience with them, but it's been a very tedious experience, I can tell you that. And it's not one that it's not really made me love this machine and love the money that I've spent on it. Now, once I get to going with it, you know, maybe I'll fall in love with it and it'll be the greatest thing I've ever had. But just the fact that, you know, and you can see right there, I mean, where it was before, I mean, it was torquing it too much this way, and this was catching the fail-safe rod bar right here. This outer piece right here was catching on this, and you could not pull it down any farther. I mean, it totally jammed up right there. There's no way you could pull it. I mean, if you forced it, you would probably break the whole thing. And, you know, even though I've bent the crap out of this thing right here to try to bend it wider, if I put it in the other way, it does the same thing it was doing, except it torques it to the outside. So I don't know. It's just, here I go. I'm going on and on and on, whatever. But I think I finally got the thing worked out, and I think I finally got it to where it's working. And, you know, I really appreciate all the help that I've gotten, you know, from everybody that's commented and helped me out on it. And I've got some CFE pistol in here, and I think I've got it down to where it's throwing about where I want it to. So we'll just go ahead and throw one. And another thing I've learned, you have to push. If you don't push this thing all the way forward, you know, it doesn't fully reset your bar. So that's another thing that, even, you know, if you're just testing powder and you're not, like, you know, priming cases, you might forget to push that all the way forward. But if you don't, sometimes it doesn't fully lock your bar again. So I'm gonna weigh some powder here and we'll see what we get. So here's the first one. And I was going for 5.5, and I got 5.54. And I'm just gonna dump these. I don't have enough room now. I got too much stuff on my bench. But there's the first one. Here's number 2. I don't know. 5.5. So I don't know, you know. I mean, I was shooting for 5.5. I'll take 5.4. I'll take 5.6. It's fine. It's not like I was maximum charge or anything. And maybe it won't make that much difference, but I don't know. I really don't know what to think about it. Just again, I just want to say thanks for everybody's help. Thanks for all the comments, and, you know, maybe eventually I'll get some ammo loaded on this Dillon and go shoot it, and hopefully I don't you know, blow myself up. But no, I don't know. I think it'll be fine. I just, you know, it's just like anything else. You get something, and sometimes you gotta work the bugs out in it. But thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.